berms are these bank corners that you'll find in a mountain biking trail. Basically, they allow you to get a bunch more grip, lean the bike over a whole lot more, and really carry speed through a trail. You can generate speed out of a berm. They're really nice. They're really fun to ride. You can lean over nice and far, and really carry a good amount of speed on the trail. The technique to berms is pretty similar to your normal cornering technique. Most of the same principles apply. Making sure that you're braking, doing all your slowing down beforehand, consistent braking if you need to, and then pumping, looking ahead, making sure when you're entering, you're looking at the middle, looking at the exit, and making sure that you know what's happening before and after the berm, especially afterwards if you need to slow down for a corner, if there's a jump, a drop, whatever it may be. Make sure that your peripheral's working. When you're exiting the berm, know what else is coming, and even by the time you're coming in, can spot kind of where the trail goes so that you know if you need to, you can accelerate and really punch that berm, or if you need to be braking, getting hard on the brakes for whatever's coming afterwards.
Hey guys, quick reminder, if you haven't liked and subscribed already, if you could, I'd much appreciate it. I'm really enjoying making these videos and I'd love to carry on doing it. Enjoy.
So with berms, you can also create a bit of a slingshot technique if you get the timing and the pumping right. So basically generating and creating a lot of speed as you exit the corner. So it's all about your braking, making sure that you're coming in at a speed you're comfortable with, really compressing down, pushing into the berm, and really pumping, making that suspension work as you're coming out of the berm. And you'll see you can slingshot out, creating and generating a good bit of speed on the exit out of that corner. Your body position while riding berms, it comes down to commitment. So as the bank and the berm gets a little bit steeper, you're trying to lean your bike and body over to match and make sure that you're perpendicular. You've got two options with your feet. You can keep your pedals level, or you can drop your outside foot. Dropping your outside foot is a little bit tighter corners, maybe it's okay, but if you're coming through really big berms, you want to have your feet level. The reason being is when my outside foot is down and I'm leaning over, a lot of my weight is being pushed into my left foot. My right foot isn't carrying a lot of my weight, so as I'm compressing in, those big compressions are going to make my leg buckle, it's going to drop my weight. So if your pedals are level, coming through, I'm supporting my weight with both of my legs, and it makes it a little bit easier to compress into the middle of that berm and get that slingshot effect up. So if the berms are really tight, it's cool to drop that outside foot. It'll help you turn the bike nice and tight, open up the hips. But if you're coming through really big berms, what you want to do is you want to have your pedals level just to support your body weight as you're compressing into those big hits, making sure that you can compress and push out of that berm nicely. Also, with leaning the bike over, with berms, as you're leaning, you want to have your center line leaning as well. So as I'm leaning over to match the berm, my chest is coming with it. It's all about this commitment. As I'm leaning over to match the angle as the berm gets steeper. I don't want to be just pitching the bike over like this, especially if my foot's down. My center of mass is now above the bike, and the centrifugal forces are pushing my weight outwards, my chest outwards, so it's trying to stand me up. So if I come in really fast, with my outside foot down, I just lean the bike over, the chances that it wants to stand me up are pretty high. So it's trying to push my body weight out. So anytime you're coming in really fast, if you're coming into a berm, make sure that you're leaning over and you're trying to get perpendicular to the angle of that berm that you're riding. So where you're entering the berm is really important. If you're trying to just maintain a nice consistent speed, ride a nice consistent line. So if you're entering in the middle, stay in the middle of the berm. Don't ride the middle, drop down to the inside and then back up again. If you're entering in the middle, stay in the middle the whole way through the berm. You can create that slingshot effect from there. If you come in out of a corner and maybe it sets you up on the inside, you might have to do a really hard banking corner into the middle of that corner. This is known as a cuddy. As you come through, you'll be leaning the bike over just before you get to the corner, just to really bank nice and hard into the end of the berm, and that'll force the backward to start sliding, cutting into that, matching the gradient, just to make sure that you keep some nice speed out of the corner. So if you're trying to create a nice consistent corner, make sure that you're entering in the middle, stay in the middle. Sometimes if the berm is really big, you can enter, maintain the middle line, and then as it's coming to the exit, you can drop down, and as you're dropping down out of that corner, it'll give you a little bit of extra speed. So something to look for as you're exiting, you can pump down the end of the berm, depending on how big the berm is from there.
I really hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you learned a lot. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, it would mean a lot. Anyhow, jump on to the next video and let's see what else you can learn.